I hadn't felt it before. I didn't feel like the flu. It was so bizarre to me. Just something that I couldn't explain, and it startled me.
By the time Amanda Reed was 15, she had her share of stomach aches. But this time it was different. Her mother, Sally, was concerned.
She was in much more distress than just an average stomachache a kid would have.
We just decided to wait it out. Just decided to see if it'd go away like any, flu or bug or whatever it was. And it didn't. It slowly progressed into getting worse.
Their family doctor found nothing wrong, so he sent Amanda to a gastroenterologist.
He would say to her that it's just IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, which is sort of an umbrella diagnosis over a lot of different illnesses. And he did take tests for celiac disease and other diseases that were common to make, the tummy and insides feel like that, but all of them came out negative.
Doctors prescribed numerous medicines, but none of them worked. The mysterious illness was so debilitating that she eventually had to drop out of school.
I tried as hard as I could, but the thing about going to school is they demand that you got to be there a certain amount of time. Even if your homework's good, you still have to be there. So finally, I had to cut my losses and quit.
She was in pain, and it was not normal. But we're going to the doctors, and we're going 3 hours to a doctor over and over, and still no answers.
The pain lasted 3 years. There were days Amanda wanted to give up.
And it was just like, God, you're supposed to be my support. You're supposed to be here. And if couldn't I just be with you instead? And I'd often just pray, Lord, let me get into an accident. Just something quick so I wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. So I wouldn't have to have all this pain, because right now I don't have a life. And he was just telling me that, you're gonna be okay. Don't worry, I'm here.
One day, she caught the end of the 700 Club on TV.
I had never heard of the 700 Club, never watched it.
There's somebody who has a very serious intestinal, I think it's like parasites, and you've just been going crazy with diarrhea. God right now is destroying those amoebas and those other parasites. In the name of Jesus, you'll feel like fire in the abdominal area.
All of a sudden, I started feeling this burning in my stomach, like I was on fire, but like in a good way. And all of a sudden, I felt the Lord wash over me just so strong. I started crying. It was so strong. All of a sudden, the burning stopped, and there was no pain.
Doctors never tested for intestinal parasites, but they were indeed the source of Amanda's ailment. Once they passed through her system, she was back to enjoying life.
I had been in pain physically every hour, every second of every day for 3 years. I had completely forgotten what being pain-free was like. And I had no pain.
Today, Amanda is finishing school and plans to go to college. Her family is thankful for God's healing touch.
I was so grateful that once again, God loved us that much, that he would save us from such a terrible, terrible endeavor.
Without him, I wouldn't have survived. There was no way. He held me up. He literally carried me through every single day. I'm going to dedicate every ounce of the rest of my life for the Lord. Just every ounce. And it doesn't matter what I have to sacrifice, because he saved my life. And every ounce of it belongs to him.